Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Kev Play. This is Kevin, and we are on episode 32 of The Last of Us Part 2. Last time we were with Manny, Mel, and Alice, the dog, and we kind of were coming, escaping the clickers and the shambler, and then trying to make our way through the train yard, and then we came across some Seraphites, and things got hairy at the gas station. But then our cavalry came and rescued, and we got that backup, and then now we're at this other base, which I'm guessing is the WLF forward base. The only reason I say forward base is because that's what the chapter this part is called. So I'm guessing this is the forward base compared to the stadium. So obviously, I'm sure they have multiple bases. They seem very well endowed with their artillery and equipment and resources, so we'll just carry on.
You don't have to buy anything. I'm just telling you the facts.
What fact? It's all your rumor mill bullshit.
I'm telling you, we're leaving the QZ.
After everything, you think we're just gonna pack it all up because of some Scar attacks?
I heard the big man's had enough.
Alright, I'm done indulging this.
I can't imagine Isaac wanting to give up with the Seraphites. I mean, I guess it's a lot, but it's like you have old. I feel like if you already established a base, you kind of have to own up to it, and establish some type of dominance to restore order or whatever, or to keep people at bay. I mean, I can't imagine moving anywhere else. You're going to come across more insane nuts, and it's a harsh world out there for this world.
Checking in. Hey, you two.
What you got for us?
No assignment. Just says report to Isaac.
Both of us?
Yeah.
Never been this busy here.
Something's going down.
We better find Isaac.
We should make sure Mel's okay first.
Hey, Abby.
Hey!
Isaac back there?
Not just trial training the fresh meat.
Okay, thanks.
We won't stop snoring.
Oh, we got more dogs. Ares, Scarlet.
Good boy.
Darwin the Second. Tofu. I hope Luna's not in one of these cages. Rocky, Sadie. Miki. Interesting. I had a dog named Mickey, so I don't like, but he was Mickey like Mickey Mantle, not Miki, so guess he's in the clear. Quan, Marley. Heard is a sad movie, Marley and Me. Cleo. Oh God, is this Alice?
Hey, Alice. Hang in there, girl. We're gonna get you out of here soon.
Aw. And Carla. Alright, none of my dogs are in these cages. None of my... in terms of their names. Alright, what else we got? There's a lot of guys here.
Handgun ammo.
Where'd you run into the spore?
Gunpowder. Gasoline. Wait, are you serious? How'd we get this low on gas?
What do you want? You think all these trucks run on rainwater?
I got orders to gather all these boats. I need at least twice as much fuel. What am I supposed to do?
Well, Nick took a crew to get gas from the Saravina base. They're running a little late, but they should be back tonight.
I sure hope so. I'm not
Servina.
getting reprimanded for this. Let me check the rest of this list.
we got here? I'll take this. Hehe.
Hey, man.
Abby, heard someone had to save your ass for once.
Yeah, I mean, one time.
Got some parts, always good. Oh, we have a tool bench right here.
Hey there, Abby.
Hey,
Hey, amiga.
I'll come back to this bench after
Abby, come here
I
a sec.
come back. I'll go that way in a second, but
Troops intercepted near the stadium.
Got it.
Stadium requesting.
just want to see if I can get through here.
Abby, real quick.
I don't know any of these
Come
people.
on. What are
You?
we waiting for here?
Okay, people, settle down. Settle down. We've heard your complaints and...
We've got more.
And we appreciate your patience. We should have answers soon. Until then, we're moving a lot of people in here, and we're going to be short for a while. Short-staffed, short on supplies, and short-tempered.
He's talking about you.
Fuck off.
You know what we say. We gotta do a lot. That's right. Good enthusiasm. Okay, so Group 5 will be bunking on the second floor. Group 6 will be bunking on the third. Group 7... Right now? Group 7, sit tight. Be right back.
Too much to do to wait around like this. Must really be cutting into your jerking off time. As a matter of fact, yeah, it is.
A lot of hidden dialogue.
That's okay. I'll confront you.
All right, first before I go to whoever was calling me, let's check out our bench. We have 29. I don't even know what we can do. Let's see. I think we already have this, right? Yeah, so we can't do anything else. What about the pistol? Looks like it's telling me I can't do anything yet, right? If it's in red. And I'm guessing whatever I already got was this last time. Capacity. I'm a capacity man, as you know. Yeah, it's all... I just need like one more little part, and I could have done something. Nothing. Alright. Next time. It'd be cool if there was like one little piece of... But probably not. Alright, maybe we'll find something on our way forward.
yeah?
Heard about your ambush. Where'd they hit you?
Right around here. Near the warehouses.
Shit. They keep slipping past our lines.
Hey, you know where Isaac is?
He was here a few minutes ago.
Okay, thanks. We'll look around.
Isaac, man of the people.
Maybe we could spare a group by the hills. It's not enough. We're working with what we've got.
Okay.
Alright, so the good news is nothing's dislocated.
Let's see what's in here.
Looks pretty bad, huh, Doc?
I've seen
How'd
worse.
this happen?
Wait, I don't want to go through here yet. I can't stomach it. Let's see what's over here first.
Alright, you get to go home.
So they end up sending us home without anything going down.
People are looking to be sent home.
Used to be up in the hills.
Hey. Hey, Whitney.
Oh, hey, Abby. What's up?
You know what's going on around here?
I wish. All I know is they're sending some of us to the hospital. It's a firearm.
Oh, exciting.
I know, right?
And this is probably the last time we see her because
That game good?
It's really hard. But really good. Got some great tunes, too.
Don't let me stop you.
See you around.
Ellie comes up behind this girl as she's playing Hotline Miami. And we know what happens there.
Fucking video games.
What's up?
Hey there.
Rob, what are you doing?
Abby's not a video game person, or at least she's dismissive of them. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Not everyone has to like every hobby.
Hey, man. Feeling better?
Pain meds are kicking in, so yeah.
Hang in there.
How's the hand?
Well, I'm gonna keep most of my fingers.
Brother, you only need 3. Am I right?
Dude.
All right. You need to change those bandages twice a day.
Chest dressing looks clean.
A lot of masturbation jokes in this first
Got anything for
10 minutes here.
morphine? Morphine?
These first 10 minutes.
This can't happen. Hey, hey. It's gonna be okay.
Alrighty.
I know, it'll happen so fast.
Is Mel okay?
Could've been much worse, though.
Speak of the devil.
Hey, guys.
How you doing, Melon?
Just a few more stitches, and I'll be good as new.
You guys need to convince this girl to relax.
Hey, Mel. Relax. You got it.
Hey, I need some muscle, so can you two give me a hand or something?
Sure.
Don't move.
I'll just be here. Relaxing.
Nora, have you had a chance to relax?
Ugh, I'm shipping out to the West Side Hospital in a few. Orders are to get everything.
How's Mel? Really?
Well, the baby's vitals were a little elevated, but I'm not worried.
Someone should get word to Owen. He'll want to be here for her.
Yeah. I need to show you guys something.
What is it?
Follow me.
Thing of interest here. Yikes. It's a lot of body bags.
Oh my god. Are these all ours?
Yeah. And more are coming in by the hour.
Because of Seraphites? We can't... They're really that crazy? That's insane. Or scars, as we call them. The WLF call them.
You can't tell Mel, all right?
Nora.
Just not yet. Come here.
Who's in that body bag?
Oh.
Holy shit. It's Danny.
Where's Owen?
I don't know. A few days back, there were some scar sightings out by the marina. Danny and Owen were sent on a sweep. And this morning, the guards found Danny collapsed by the perimeter fence. He'd walked himself back with a bullet in his stomach.
Pinches scars, hijos de puta.
Isaac talked with him until he passed, but as far as I can tell, there's no units going back that way.
So what about Owen? Did you ask Isaac what happened?
Yeah, I tried. But he gave me that fucking look, and then he told me to keep quiet about it. Which means you can't say shit.
Owen's a big boy. I'm sure he's fine.
Where is Isaac? I'll be discreet.
Last I heard, he was in the apartments. Okay, I'm gonna go check up on Mel, so let me know what you guys find out.
Yeah. Why the hell hasn't Isaac sent out a search party for Owen?
Maybe he hasn't, just didn't tell Nora.
I fucking hope so.
See, I'm thinking that at first, oh my, oh, the Seraphites, they're that crazy. And I just totally forgot. These are, and I don't know what the timeline is because I know we're in day one, but are those all Ellie's kills so far? Ellie and Dina's? Because then they would have had to recover those bodies in that time, which means that I'm guessing it makes sense because if you're thinking about day one, you're in that huge open world area first with Ellie, so I guess you can consider it as like instead of exploring everything in this timeline, Ellie kind of just beelined it to the story objective, and that's where she gets ambushed. The bomb goes off with the horse and everything, and then she has to kill all these people. I don't like. Are we that far through so far where she would have made all those kills? But it's like it's not far off. Even if the timeline is, even if those don't belong to Ellie, that it's very easily that it is Ellie's, right? I mean, I think that's what the story is implying here, and it's very similar to what Joel was probably doing, from the perspective of other factions, seeing all these dead bodies on the ground, from certain factions and everything. This is the effect it has on it. It's like we're seeing the other side of it right now. That's kind of insane. I didn't even put two and two together until a little bit into that cutscene. That's what I like about this kind of alternate perspective, though. Too is not just because Abby's so directly tied to what happens with Joel and what happens with Ellie, but it's intertwined and it keeps going, and you really feel that impact of and it's really hammering home the relevance of why this story is even happening to begin with, like why we're playing this. Like,
We're looking for Isaac.
He's inside. Go on in. Thank you.
Damn, look who it is.
Sup, fellas?
Got time for a game?
Can't. Here for Isaac.
Whatever, big shot.
Not my fault I'm so good at what I do.
Mm-hmm.
See you around.
what game are we playing? Cards? Bullshit? That's like the one game I can play. Ooh, we got a coin. What we got? What we got? I'm trying to press it. It's not letting me press it. Maybe I'm still in like walking mode and I can't do anything yet. Can I go this way? No, I think there's a dead end. Yeah, I feel like I'm in walking mode, so I can't like go into any menu yet. But we rest assured, we'll check out that
miss
game.
this place. Fuck. Always hated the smell.
Seraphite or a Scar.
After our morning, I wouldn't mind a few minutes with these guys.
I hear that.
It's like Abby saying that after their morning she wouldn't mind. It's like it's a kind of like a story fulfillment, or like a revenge fantasy fulfillment, which we're criticizing Ellie for. But it's like kind of a basic human emotion. Even Abby obviously felt it too because she did what she had to do to Joel. But it's insane how. And these guys are suffering. They're human beings at the end of the day. They've done shitty things probably, but everyone's doing shitty things, and it's just like, it's just like the sports fan mentality of like, oh, we got the enemy team here, and I'd like to tear into them after what other people did. Even though they're on the same, those other people are part of the same group, but it's just like it's more nuanced than that, But it's treated like it's not. Then you got the janitor. That's never a good job. This probably was like a torture scene here. Someone was probably like, pissing and bleeding all over the floor. This is really disturbing, actually. Oh god. They definitely have like trauma. We're definitely not doing them any favors in terms of rehabilitation or justice or anything.
Hey, Abby.
We need to go up.
Isaac's in there.
Oh. Do you know if he'll be long?
Said again when you two arrive. Well. Sir, Abby and Manny are here.
Don't let him fall asleep.
Yes, sir.
Let's go up. Heard you two ran into some trouble.
No losses on our side. Just some minor injuries. Can't say the same for them.
Wish I was hearing more of that.
Never seen the base this packed.
Give it another day. Still waiting on some units.
What's going on, boss?
These small skirmishes. Can't keep going like this.
Then... what?
Could try another truce. How long before some asshole on their side or our side unravels the whole thing? No. It has to be all of them.
Sir, we try attacking their island.
Not like this. Not with everyone. There's a big storm a few days out. We're gonna use it to mask our approach. You two are gonna lead the first wave. Pick your squads, start prepping.
I want Owen. When are he and Danny getting back?
Who talked, Nora? No secrets between the Salt Lake crew, huh?
Is Owen okay?
As far as I know.
Then why didn't you send a search party after him?
He shot Danny. Apparently to protect some scar.
It's bullshit.
Excuse me?
That's not Owen. You got it wrong.
You're saying Danny used his last breath to lie to me?
Sir, people hear that story. Owen's dead. Anyone who finds him, they'll gun him down for sport.
Then I suggest you all stop gossiping about it.
Let me go after him. I'll walk him back in. We'll get to the
No.
bottom. You said yourself the storm's a few
No.
days.
We've only got one shot at this. And this is bigger than any of us. Definitely bigger than Owen. If he turns up, then fine. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And we'll get to the bottom of it. I need you, Abby. Yeah?
Yeah. I get it.
Good. Look over the plans and go through your roster. Grab some food. Talk later.
no way Owen killed Danny over some scar, right? What? No. Abby, don't.
I'll be back by morning. You just gotta cover me till then.
Isaac will kick your ass.
Not before the assault. You heard him, he needs me.
If Owen's out there, how the hell are you going to find him?
I know where he'll go.
Stop it. I'm gonna kill you.
What?
Seriously, stop it.
All right. Why don't you come on over and enjoy this view with me then?
It's great. It's the best.
Oh. Come on. We made it all the way up here just so you could wimp out on the last 2 steps?
Yeah. Yes, deal was to get up here, so.
All right, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get your ass over here, sit on the edge, or you can go down here on the kid seat and look at this view with me.
We can't miss training.
Really? Not even just for one night?
No.
Do you want to talk about it?
It's getting late.
Yeah. Okay.
Do not, it is too high.
Oh my God. You know, I don't think I can live like this anymore, Abby.
Owen, I'm serious. I will break up with you. Owen.
I always loved you.
Don't! Owen!
Abby!
I'm down here, you asshole.
You jumped? And I missed it?
I thought you drowned.
And you came to my rescue?
No. I came to make sure you drowned.
I found something pretty awesome.
What?
I think you're gonna have to follow me to see it.
Owen, we have to go back.
We will. Once you see this.
These people are just starting to warm up to us. We keep showing up late to everything. It'll seem disrespectful.
What are they gonna do? Kick out a bunch of displaced fireflies who have nowhere else to go?
Maybe. I don't want to find out.
Just come see this thing.
So it was just 3 years earlier. Her voice, I love how Laura Bailey brings more of an innocence to her voice, more of a girlishness, like a, you know. I'm assuming this happened after her own father's death, or
What is this place?
I don't know.
You wanna keep going?
Fuck yeah.
So you're telling me Owen discovered this place and is like, "Oh, you're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to show Abby this." How did he come across this so fast? How does he know this is going anywhere?
This place is crazy. I think it's like one of those zoos, but for fish.
An aquarium?
God, you're so smart.
Shut up.
Check this water pup out. I saw the seal the other day. It's covered in spots.
They don't have spots. They're brown.
Those are sea lions.
No. No, you don't know.
I know what I saw with my eyes.
So Owen, we did meet in the beginning of the game. We haven't seen him yet in terms of the present day, in day one, I don't think. But we know that Abby has kind of a crush on him. We know that he ends up being the one who impregnates Mel. And that Abby's hurt by that. So this is kind of like a nice little way to see their relationship, I guess. I'm imagining, what's her name? Who's cast as Abby in The Last of Us Last of Us Season 2? What's her name? I'm forgetting. But imagine her trying to do this role, and I could see it. Alright, let's see what we got here.
Hey, give me a hand with this.
Yep.
Hey, Peppa Pig.
What is this place?
Well, clearly this is some sort of theater, but for fish.
What? Are you a rooster?
What? I'm a wolf. That's my wolf howl.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, but you love this idiot, so, I mean, what's that say about you?
Do I get to slide down this pole? Be funny if I did. Oh, wow, I could. Nice.
You think this sailboat was part of the show?
No, it looks like somebody turned this into a makeshift dock or something. You wanna check it out?
Just beat Uncharted 1 on crushing mode. Okay, that's definitely I've done that before. It's definitely not a walk in the park to do that. Like very frustrating. So congrats, definitely. Have you ever platinumed the games, the Uncharted games? I feel like I've asked you this before, but. Just want to explore the theater area here before I go anywhere. Yeah, it sucked. I haven't yet working on it. Okay, yeah, well, beating crushing definitely will be part of that. I do have something to say. Yeah, so like, I'm still playing Metal Gear Solid 3, you know, slowly but surely, but I did make a decision, and I ended up buying South Park Snow Day. And it wasn't it wasn't an easy decision to make, but I was like thinking about it. I was like, IGN gave it a 3 out of 10. And I'm reading their review, and I'm like, it really feels it's a very risky purchase, man. It is. Well, one thing to consider is it's $30. So it's, if you consider like Helldivers 2 or Crash Team Rumble, those were $40. This is $30. Am I really sure about this? So here's the thing, and I think this is a good rule that I wanted to follow. Well, here's two things I needed to consider. The 3 out of 10, because when I was listening to the review, the video review, and I read the review too, from IGN, they gave it a 3 out of 10. Whoever was the reviewer, I forgot his name, but as someone who has written reviews before of things that are good and things that are bad, I've written a lot in my day. I've been like a part of forums before. I've made, full in-depth reviews of stuff. And one of the things I learned as a reviewer is you try to be objective. You want to bring some perspective to it. And he brought up a lot of fair points in his review. That was definitely worth considering. But one of the things, too, with his review that kind of made me think, I don't know, is it seemed like he was getting off on bashing. Like, you can tell he was getting off on the writing of his own review. Like, he was really loving his own words of bashing it. He's like... but lines like him saying, you get to play with you and 3 of your unluckiest friends. It feels like he's really hammering every line that this game sucks or whatever. And then I'm looking at the Metacritic score, obviously, because, IGN, they've made bold reviews before. I look at the Metacritic score, and it's at like a 60 out of 100. If I'm buying a game, it needs to be high quality. Now, here's the thing. Now, here's my rule. When Crash Team Rumble came out, the Metacritic score was 60 out of 100. And the difference between what I came to consider is when you're reviewing a game like that, like Crash Team Rumble, you're reviewing the multiplayer game aspect of it is like, as a multiplayer game, does it stand up against all the other multiplayer games in the landscape? Does Crash Team Rumble do that? It's kind of like this like weird strategy platformer brawler game. There's no offline mode. It's just strictly multiplayer. It's a 6 out of 10. Me and you ended up buying that game. And why did we do that? It's because we love Crash Bandicoot. And we know that it's coming from Crash Bandicoot 4's engine and movesets and assets and all that, and that it was just going to be expanded on as a multiplayer game. So one thing is, I think loving an IP enough, I think my rule is if it gets a 6 out of 10 on Metacritic, and I love the IP, the intellectual property, or the brand, that's something to consider in terms of whether you should get it or not. Because as someone who got Crash Team Rumble, I'm glad I did and didn't listen to the critics, because I know that the game was fun as a Crash Bandicoot fan and as a platformer fan. I love the experiment of that multiplayer game. Everything with Crash's name, I have to get. See, that's the difference between if I'm buying a game, it needs to be high quality, and everything, with Crash's name. It's like you have to make that decision. It's because those two things can completely conflict each other. If it's a terrible Crash game, but it has Crash's name on it, you want high quality. It's like you have to weigh those decisions, and that's kind of what I did with South Park. Snow Day, where I was like, you know what, licensed games are rare, licensed games of things I like are rare. It being 6 out of 10, and the reviewer, and plus it's not like South Park Snow Day is not only being held against other multiplayer squad co-op type games, it's being held up against the previous 2 South Park games, which are very hot, like set a very high bar. Stick of Truth and Fractured Butthole. Snow Day is not that game. It's not meant to be that game. It's being sold for $30. It's not meant. It's not pretending it's going to be another Fractured Butthole. It's, so that was something to consider. I know people were a little like iffy about the 3D models of South Park. Kind of echoes back to the N64 South Park games where they were just like these 3D models and not much thought was put behind it. Matt and Trey definitely were not part of the creative process in that, where in this case they are. And then one of the big things which tipped my decision into buying the game is, and I made sure to ask on GameFAQs and YouTube comments, on like the YouTube comment section and everything, until I got a consensus of a good answer, is that, and I can confirm this, is the game can be played completely offline. So as a game preservation fan, where one day where the servers aren't supported or the game isn't supported anymore, I could still play the core game and enjoy it offline for years to come. Whereas with Crash Team Rumble, even though I put over 400 hours into that game, and I love the multiplayer aspect of it, once those servers shut down, that's the end of Crash Team Rumble. You can't even play the practice mode after that. So then I ended up buying the game, and I'm like, you know what? I know this game isn't going to be as in depth as Fractured Butthole. I heard there was some criticisms about the game in terms of its story a bit. Like, I think one of the things the IGN reviewer was saying is it's not as edgy or something. It doesn't, or like he was waiting for those shocking moments. And for me, I'm like, South Park isn't just about shocking, edgy humor. It's about the charm of it. And after buying the game, I've played two of like the main. Basically, the game is not. It's a totally different genre than Fractured Butthole and Stick of Truth. It's not like the normal RPG type thing, or like what's it called? Like, I don't even know what the genre is called for those games, but this is a totally different genre where it's more like a roguelike, but it's also like RPG and there's combat elements to it. It's almost similar to God of War Valhalla DLC, but it has, it has a story. It could be played completely offline. So far I've played 2 chapters, and I actually enjoy, and I'm playing it, by the way, offline because I want to see how it fares offline with the AI bots. And so far I'm like, this game, is it the best game I've ever played? No, but it's not a bad game. I think the IGN reviewer was a little too hasty on his review score, in terms of that. Is it a game like I would recommend for people? For me, I would say wait for a sale. Wait for the price to drop more, if anyone was at all interested in this game. But as of right now, I don't regret my purchase at all. I'm enjoying it. There's a lot to do with like the trophies. There's a lot of like progression and stuff to do. So, or if you're a diehard South Park fan, yeah, I mean, if you're a diehard South Park fan, this is like better, I think, than like any of those like N64 games. I still think it has a little bit of thought and care put into it, and the world feels alive. It doesn't just feel like they just slapped the South Park like what's it called? Just a couple, like they just like slapped a bunch of like South Park characters and assets together and said, "Hey, that's a South Park game." Like they're all voiced by like all the characters are voiced by their voice actors. The models are good. The animation is actually surprisingly good in 3D. The game is actually beautiful, like in terms of graphics. Like I'm actually like impressed with how kind of like the texture of like the snowy South Park and like the blizzard and everything, how that fares with like it being like the animated show, and it feels like you're playing like it feels like a South Park game, and like it feels like you're in South Park. So yeah, like one thing that's just a big plus to me is that you can play it offline. I was like, okay, this is big. This is like a big thing for me. Like, because out of all these games that are live service and multiplayer focused now, that is something I like to see, and I definitely am. I'll always vote for. But yeah, I ended up buying it, and I'm still playing it. I'm looking forward to playing it again. But I think I think usually when I think of like all these multiplayer games that are gonna be coming out, a game like Helldivers 2, which is like a it's like a Sony second party company or first part or like double A type game. I remember saying to myself, if I'm gonna get this game, it better be great. It better be like a 9 out of 10 type game, and that's a game that it would be. If there was a Sony game that was coming out where it was basically what the South Park game is, but without South Park, and it ended up being a 6 out of 10, then no, I would not buy it, because I don't need to be buying a game like that. I think my general rule is if I'm a fan of the thing like Crash Bandicoot with Crash Team Rumble or South Park, and it sits at a 6 out of 10 on Metacritic, then I think that's worth considering buying at some point. I would have to really think about that one. I mean, you did it for Crash Team Rumble, and I'm not saying that you're on the same, like, I'm not saying you're as much of a fan of South Park as I am, but you know, like I don't want to like say like, hey, like I don't want to project my own fandom of South Park onto you. You're like if you made the decision that you're not buying this game, that's completely fine. But I'm just saying, as a South Park fan who kind of weighed all these little decisions and kind of like took that risk, I'm glad that I at least did. And I can say I still have to play the game, but I could safely say that I think that IGN review was a little too harsh. Like, if someone gave it like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, that's where I would put it. The thing is, I have to get every Crash Bandicoot game. I get that. I understand that fandom. Like, if a Simpsons game came out and it was like, it truly was like a 3 out of 10, like a real 3 out of 10 on, even if it was the 3 out of 10 on Metacritic, I probably still would have to get it, because like we haven't even had a Simpsons game in like years, like over a decade. So I would have to do it as a Simpsons fan. As a South Park fan, I'm not as much of a South Park fan as I am a Simpsons fan, but if it's a 6 out of 10 in this day and age, and you know, it has all these things going for it, then you know, I'll do that. You know, it's very rare. There's only so many like primetime animated shows that I like too. Like, I love Simpsons, South Park, King of the Hill, Bob's Burgers, Futurama. So it's rare that one of those shows is getting a game. So I definitely, like, for me, I'm just like, I have to support this. I do wonder if we'll get a Simpsons game soon. I know Matt Selman, the showrunner, always says that he would love to do one, but it's like he said, like, it's like getting it going is like a complex corporate octopus. His words, you know, trying to get whoever has the rights for the games at this point. Some people say it's Activision, but EA owns it, but like, I don't know, Activision, I don't know, it's weird. It's always like these weird mixed messaging of who actually owns the Simpsons IP at this point. But yeah, I'm just glad it can be played offline. I still have to play it online. I haven't played it with anybody yet, but I have to say, like, the bots are actually pretty smart. They'll like revive you if you get downed and stuff. And yeah, I believe it's EA, but I remember people saying like Vivendi Universal or one of, I don't know, like, oh, Activision owns Radical Entertainment, and I think Vivendi Universal, and those are the people who made The Simpsons Hidden Run. So I think that's what it is. Whenever people talk about like a Simpsons Hidden Run remake, is that they would be considered kind of being tied to that in some way, whereas EA owns the Simpsons license for video games. So I think there would have to be some weird collaboration or something in order for like a remake to happen. But in terms of a new game, I think EA can just do whatever they wanted to if they wanted to. Let's see what we got down here. And it seems like even though this South Park game's a shorter game than the previous two, it seems like it has a lot of replayability because you can play on different difficulties, and it's kind of like I said, it's kind of like doing a run, almost similar to Returnal or God of War Valhalla's the Valhalla DLC, which I've kind of become more accustomed to, and I'm kind of like warming up to that genre now. So I kind of like that, and also with people always talking about how long video games are, like say this game for one, and how much how much the budget is always over bloated, like this being like a $250 million game. It's nice to have a short game that is that can be played offline, like a single player game. And I think when you compare that to like Fractured Butthole, which is a longer game, I wonder. It just makes me wonder how it seems like the industry is always being criticized for being too long or being too over budget, but then they also will criticize when a shorter game comes out or something. Like it's just like there's no winning, I feel like.
There's some kids' clothes. Bet a family came through.
Look at these drawings.
What we got here?
I wonder what happened to him.
Maybe they joined the wolves.
Yeah, or got killed by scars.
Such an optimist.
Hmm.
Those teeth are pretty disturbing.
All right, enough of this boat. You want to go see the rest of the fish zoo?
You think there's more to see?
Of course. Let's go.
So Spyro 4. Oh yeah, that's right. Canadian guy A, and he got the scoop that it's confirmed that Spyro 4 is in development. As it seems as of January of this year, it started development. Which, I was speculating that it must have been in development by now, but I'm guessing, like how I always say, Activision has been through so many weird turmoil in terms of the allegations with harassment and discrimination and sexual harassment, and then the whole merger with Microsoft and all that, and then you got COVID too. That was a thing. There's a lot of factors that just came into play that and like they said, now that Toys for Bob is independent, they don't have to deal with the Activision nonsense of being put on Call of Duty support and being put on all this all the bureaucracy, as Canadian guy A said. It's good that they have struck a deal with Microsoft directly with Toys for Bob without Activision having to be involved. And they can just be free to make the game. That's awesome. I'm gonna be 24 when this game drops. Hey, I'm gonna be, when Spyro Reignited dropped, I was 28. So you'll always have your inner child with you.
Think you can get through that?
When you grow older, you'll mature, but you'll
Get me up there.
You'll always be down for the things that you like, or from your childhood or from.
Here.
Okay. Holy shit! Look at you.
Pushed 185 pounds yesterday.
Yeah, right.
So, we take a quick look around and then...
We head right back.
Uh-huh.
Except that this is nothing, and you're gonna beg me to stay.
Not happening.
Just wait. fish in there? I wonder if any of these are connected to the ocean.
So with Joel and Ellie, it was a dinosaur museum / space museum, and now we're in an aquarium. Oh, we did get to an aquarium at one point. Well, obviously towards the end of day 3 with Ellie.
Oh my god.
Oh, you don't see that every day.
Hey, Owen. No spots. Look at that.
Well, the one I saw wasn't bronze either, so...
I think like a leopard seal would have spots.
It's a tank in the floor.
Can you imagine this place filled with people? Kids laughing, running around.
I'm glad it's in development though. I'm glad it's finally just like we can stop speculating about whether it's in development. I mean, it always seemed obvious that it would be at some point. I almost wonder if the fans willed it into existence because people were. It just made sense. Like we got Crash, Insane Trilogy. They got Crash Team Racing Nitro Field out of the way. That had to happen. You know, we didn't need a Crash Bash. We didn't need that. But getting a Crash 4 out, that was key. That was something that was necessary. You know, that's the whole point of like having a remake and a reboot is trying to get the franchise going again. Best trip ever, Penny's Bachelorette, 2013. Nice. And you know, Tony Hawk got their 1+2. They obviously need to still keep going with that, but Spyro, it's been 2018, they got their reunited, and they got all 3 games, and literally Spyro doesn't have to do anything else. Spyro doesn't have a kart racer. Spyro doesn't have a, like a fight brawling game or whatever. Like a party game. And you're not gonna, I don't see, like, they wouldn't remake Enter the Dragonfly as much as I always see that thing saying like, you know, why can't remakes be of things that were good ideas but not fully realized or not up to snuff or whatever. So it's not the worst thing in the world if Enter the Dragonfly got a remake, like a real actual remake, but honestly we just need a new game. Just the same way that Crash 4 is kind of like an alternate Crash 4 to Crash Wrath of Cortex. So, and just imagine what they can do. There's so many possibilities, and one of the things that is most important is Stuart Copeland is going to give us more music. We're going to get another soundtrack of Stuart Copeland. That is going to be awesome. Let's see what this says. Kids, if you find this, I want you to know I don't blame you. Those Seraphites are selling a good line. I understand why you thought you'd be better off with them. There's food and water in the boat. Take it and sail away from this place. I know I got too controlling. I just wanted so much for you to be safe. I hope you see that. I couldn't find antibiotics. I want you both to know I love you, Ricky. Oh, Ricky, keep watching out for Max. You owe him that, Dad. Damn.
Think it's the same family from the boat?
That'd be my guess, yeah.
I feel like I just skipped something here. Maybe he'll come back and sit down. Yeah, imagine like what Stuart Copeland can do with the music. Like imagine there's like Spyro music that's like he's just like waiting to release. Not that he's waiting to because I know what he's going to do. He's going to wait for the game to come out and he's going to build the music around the levels, I think. Like what speaks to him. that seems to be his process. But it's just awesome that can happen, and that we're gonna get that before. I never would have thought 25 years later that we'd be getting. Is it 25 years? Right? Yeah, 25 years later. Yeah, or almost, yeah, a little over 25 years it's going to be that we're getting new Spyro music. Not only just a new game, but there's going to be new Spyro music. That, like, because Spyro it's like one of my favorite soundtracks in video games ever. To this day. That's going to be cool. Like, honestly, when Spyro 4 comes out, it's not only just going to be a new Spyro game for me, it's going to be a new album that I'm going to be dying to listen to. I can't, like, as much as I love Crash Bandicoot music, I was delighted by Crash 4's music. I will say that there are some tracks that were great. But I'm definitely going to be gushing more over Spyro 4's music. I love that sound. Can I go through here or no? Max's Place. I think next time we'll go to Max's Place, but I'm kind of wondering what is up here, or is there gonna be more to explore up here? I think next time we'll wait on this. But I guess before I go, let me just try to think is there anything else that I want to say? I've been playing Chivalry 2 with friends. Helldivers 2 fixed crossplay friend requests, so I was able to get my real life friend, to accept the friend request. And we were playing a couple of missions together. And he's loving it. I'm loving it. So I'm glad that PC and PS5 players can actually accept friend requests with each other. That's good. That game's still being supported. I'm still playing it. And yeah, other than that, I'm trying to think, like, not much else to say, but I'm trying to see if I can platinum South Park Snow Day. The only South Park game I've managed to platinum was Fractured Butthole, and that was earlier, like, was it earlier this year, or was it like end of last year? Stick of Truth I never platinumed, but I'm wondering if Snow Day I'll be able to platinum that or not, but we'll see. Other than that, yeah, I think we're gonna call it. Pelpa Pig, it's been a pleasure. If anyone out there wants to like, comment, or subscribe, it's greatly appreciated. You can subscribe to Kev Plays on YouTube, Kev Plays 9490, that is, and at Let's Watch Series on Twitter. You can follow me there. Other than that, everyone stay safe, stay healthy, keep a clear head, and keep on gaming. And we will continue the aquarium with Abby and Owen next time. Pebble Pig, always a pleasure. I'll catch you all next time. Peace out.